When is the right age for a patient to get rhinoplasty? This is a super common question. I get a lot of patients who come in and ask me, hey, is my child or am I too young to get a rhinoplasty? How old should I be? So there's a couple factors. First of all, age is not the same for every person. There's some 14-year-olds who are great candidates and some 15-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-old females who may or may not be. So generally speaking, we'll divide this into two different categories. The first category are going to be female patients, and female patients can have a rhinoplasty as early as age 14, and it really depends on when their shoe size changed. If it hasn't changed for over a year, they're physically mature in many ways, then they may be a good candidate for a rhinoplasty. And this is obviously a case-by-case basis. Most female patients, if you're thinking about the ideal early time to do a rhinoplasty, I prefer 15, sometimes 16, more than 14, but there are some 14-year-olds who are okay candidates, provided they're mature enough mentally, emotionally, and physically. For men, it's a little bit different. Men tend to be behind in more ways than one, and one way we're behind is physically in physical growth. Men continue to grow a little bit later on in life. So for most men, you're thinking 17, probably 18 is going to be the earliest you can consider a rhinoplasty. Obviously, these are not hard rules, but these are kind of general rules. And again, it's going to be based on physical maturity. There's some men who are completely physically mature by freshman year, and so they might be a good candidate. Also, you're weighing kind of the social ramifications. If a patient's getting bullied, it's really affecting their performance in school and their friends and their social life, it might be a good candidate to do something a little earlier on that end. On the other hand, if this is something that's really not going to change that too much and they're not really pushing for it, maybe you delay it a little bit. So there's no real hard and fast rules, but you want to make sure the patients are physically mature, and there is a little bit of an age difference between men and women getting rhinoplasty for the first time.